Hello and welcome back to another installment of Fodder. Well, it took a couple of false starts, but it looks like Jurassic World Alive 1.14 is finally good to go. And the good news with this update is all of the new creatures that are not hybrids are able to be found globally with the exception of one, and that one can be found in incubators. To my knowledge, this is the first creature that we have that is exclusive to incubators, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And in this video, we are going to look at one of the new creatures, the Inostrancevia, I think is how you say that one. And if you're wondering, wow, how do I have over 3,000 DNA for this particular creature already? Well, it's because I had a rare incubator that I started last night. After maintenance was over, I opened it up and I got just a ton of it here. Unfortunately, I wish I would have gotten the new rare, but it wasn't in the cards. So I have Inostrancevia. Let's create this thing and then we'll take a look at its stats and take it to like the trials or whatever, the missions, to see how it fares. I don't even know that I can do this thing at level 1, but when you first unlock it, it's going to have 1151 health, 295 attack, and 130 speed. And 130 speed is actually not bad. This is something that potentially could be good in the common tournaments. And this is going to be the first look at our new revenge abilities. Its basic move is distraction. Everybody knows what that is. But then we have revenge impact. It's going to be a 1.5 times attack. And the reason why you see it in gold and in blue is because if the creature previous to this one gets knocked out, then it's going to have the revenge attack of 2 times an attack. And that's good for 1 turn. After that, it goes back to the 1.5 times attack. And as a passive, this is immune to distraction, so its damage cannot be reduced. And seeing as how at level 1, it's probably not gonna do me any good, I think I'm going to level this up to 10, and then we'll put it into battle. And just like that, all 3,000 of my DNA is gone. We are left with just 10, but we are at level 10. So updating the stats at level 10, and if you look at GamePress's website, link will be down in the description below, they will have the numbers for all the new hybrids at level 26. I just don't have that handy, so I'm going to tell you what it is at level 10. Most people probably aren't going to take this past level 10. It does not have a hybrid yet, and so you kind of want to future-proof yourself as far as over-leveling this particular creature. But at level 10, 1786 health, 458 damage seems extremely low. And then of course the 130 speed, no armor, and 5% crit chance. If I go in and look at this particular creature and compare it to some other level 10s that I may have, we have, what is this? Nundasuchus, 1374, 700. So a lot more attack with just 2 less speed. And the 1374 health is about, well, I don't even see my creature here anymore. Like, where did it go? Oh, there it is, all the way down at the very bottom. 1786, so significantly more HP, but about 50% attack. If I look at Majungasaurus, about 1700 and then 458, so the new one has a little more attack and more health as well. Looking at Enia, which is kind of a tank, has less HP, but about the same attack, maybe a little bit more. I'm struggling to remember exactly. Yeah, it's right about the same, just a little bit less health, but it's a lot faster. And then comparing it to one of the newer, the Brontotherium, about the same, just a lot faster without the armor. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of where this ranks amongst other creatures at about its same level. So if I am to take this into the campaign mode, just to kind of show it off a little bit, I have it as my first spot and then whatever else. And you can see I'm going up against level 7 commons. So it should be a fairly balanced match here. Kind of give you an idea of what to expect for this. Like I said, primarily this looks like it's probably going to be a save and wait for a future hybrid, or maybe in common tournaments. I really wish that I could see what that revenge move was like, but you know, half of attack difference, I don't think trying to go through and set that up is going to be that big of a deal. I do want to see what it looks like, and maybe when we get into some of the other new creatures in future videos, we will be able to look at those revenge moves a little bit deeper. So right off the bat, distraction or impact. You know, that doesn't really do a whole lot. I see a little bit of like pixelation glitch above the Dinochirius there. I think we got to go with distraction, the first move here. Let's see if we survive the rampage, hopefully. That took out a pretty substantial chunk. But with the distraction, I should, still no KO on turn 2. And I'm most likely not going to survive a turn 3. Oh, nope. I thought we had a crit there. So it looks like we're going to get knocked out right off the bat here. The better way to play that would have been gone distraction, distraction, and then with the killing move. So as far as taking out a speedster right off the bat, wasn't super successful despite having a high speed. Again, it was because I should have gone distraction, distraction, and then its impact move. But just keep that in mind that it's not super powerful, even against more glass cannon type creatures. For the second battle, I'm actually going to see if I can trigger this revenge. So what I have is I have a level 6 Nanoceratosaurus that I'm purposely going to try to get knocked out by anything. It really doesn't even matter. I just want to see this revenge mechanic in action. Remember, the revenge mechanic only kicks in whenever you've been knocked out. So hopefully I'm getting knocked out by this superiority strike right here on the crit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which now means I'm going to be able to choose whatever I want. And you notice how the little revenge icon has a flaming fire burst from behind it. Looks really cool. And I'm faster than the Stegosaurus. So I'm going to bring in the Inostrancevia, and you can see that now I have this option. And instead of, wow, and in fact, my whole character lights up. That looks really cool. And if I hold on the creature here, you will see revenge attack times 2. Clearly noticeable that this creature has the revenge ability. If I were to just use distraction, I would lose the revenge. It would not be an option for me moving forward. It's only good for the one turn. So I'm going to choose the 2 times attack. 732. That doesn't really seem like 2 times, although Stegosaurus probably has armor with it, matching up the difference. Now let's see what happens when I go up against something that's faster. The revenge is gone. I have the cooldown of 1. This is going to be a ouch pounce. But I'm going to go distraction, distraction, which I don't even need to do, actually. So we'll go distraction again, survive that. Should be the knockout. I kind of like the little pounce like that. It kind of looks like a cross between a dog or a tiger and a crocodile. And then now if I go back, you will notice again, the ground isn't pulsating, the icon isn't lit up, flared up, whatever you want to call it. So it is very noticeable when you have the revenge option, and I'm sure your opponent will be able to see the ground underneath you as having that gold self buff that you are accustomed to with like ferocious impact or ferocious strike that like Dio Raja has, where it self buffs, or even with the like mutual fury on Indogen 2, how that lights up, and then you can obviously see that your opponent has mutual fury loaded up. You guys definitely don't need to see the end of this battle. I think you have seen what you came to see. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm interested to see how the other creatures are, and I will be doing more videos today as I unlock these other creatures so that you guys can see them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up while you're there. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the alert notifications so you know when future video drops, so you will be one of the first to see the new creatures in action. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time. This poor Dracoceratops doesn't stand much of a chance here. I'm doing, you know, like almost 4,200 damage, so it's GG at this point for the poor Dracoceratops, and my opponent has left themselves with Inostrancevia on very